For the love of God, send this video to your favorite globe earther and send them to me.
This is Dare Ick. You may remember him from such episodes as when he drove all around town looking for the moon.
And I've driven all over town to look for the damn thing, but the moon disappeared. It disappeared.
The first rule of Dunning-Kruger Club is they don't know they are in Dunning-Kruger Club, and Dare Ick is unaware. The lesser-known second rule of Dunning-Kruger Club is that members are incompetent in many topics. Dare Ick is so accomplished at the second rule of Dunning-Kruger Club that he's been promoted to be a professor at the Dunning-Kruger Institute for kids who can't science good and want to learn to do other stuff good too.
What is this? A center for ants? How can we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?
Derek, it's just a
I don't want to hear your excuses! The center has to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
We join him today for a lecture on the topic of horticulture, a topic which he knows nothing about.
I'm over here at the park, just walking around, and I found this massive field of strawberries. The unfortunate thing for these strawberries is we care more about grass than we do food. So they're just gonna get mowed over by the end of the day. These are all strawberries. We live in a society where it is more normal to grow grass and mow over the food than it is to grow the food.
Sorry, Professor Ick, that's not a strawberry. If you weren't such a distinguished member of the Dunning-Kruger Club, you might have spent 10 seconds searching to discover that strawberries have 3 leaves. Here's your plant. And here are the leaves from a strawberry. It looks like you discovered mallow, also called malva.
Malva.
No, malva.
Malva?
Malva?
Malva.
Whatever this stuff is, it's not native to the US and is invasive, so there would be no problem mowing it. I have some growing in my own yard, and I mow it too. You know what, Professor? It is edible. Here's some from my yard. It tastes okay, but I don't think a malva salad will be catching on anytime soon. But go ahead, Professor Ick. Skulk on down to the ground and start grazing before the mean and nasty lawnmower man chops up all your dinner. You know what? Grass is edible too. Amazing. You have discovered a bountiful food source for yourself. You'll never have to go to the grocery store again as long as you can get there before the lawnmower. This information took just a few minutes for me to research. Less time than it took for Dare Ick to record his Dunning-Kruger lecture, but Professor Dare Ick could not be bothered. The next lecture from the derpy professor is about the location of the moon landings and moon phases.
So you really believe we landed on the moon, do ya? All right, let's do that. In this video, I am going to prove to you beyond any argument that this moon landing was in fact fake. If you watch this video, you will never believe the moon landings ever again. Let's dig in. What we are going to do is dissect the alleged Apollo 17 moon landing. As you can see in this video, the moon is clearly lit. I would like for you to notice that this photo happened on December 11th, 1972. It is on this day that Apollo 17 landed on the moon. Or did it? How am I going to use this photo, this mission, and that date there to kill this argument? The first thing we're going to do is we are going to locate the alleged landing position of Apollo 17. If you were to look at the area of the moon, you would see this crater and this crater, and Apollo 17 is right next to that crater.
Apparently the faculty at the Dunning-Kruger Institute don't get full-size computers to do their work. Don't worry though, I've got a full-size computer and I have a higher resolution picture of where all the landing sites were.
But how does that prove the moon landing was fake? Well, that would be because on December 11th, 1972, that was the moon we had. I would love for you to pay attention to these craters. That one, and this one right here. Is it in the daylight or is it on the dark side of the moon? I'm no expert or anything.
You're right, you are no expert, and you should have stopped right there. See, this website is not showing the topography of what is supposed to be shown. It's just a graphic showing about how much of the moon is illuminated. It is correct, though, that it is 27% illuminated. And if you had actually gotten a picture of the moon, 27% illuminated, well, you might have a little better idea. I did the work for you, Dare Ick, something that clearly you won't do. Here you go. Here is a picture of a 27% illuminated moon.
But it seems like the alleged landing spot of Apollo 17 was in the nighttime. But that's not what we see. All we can see, in fact, is a lit moon. If Apollo 17 landed right here on December 17th, this is what the moon looked like on December 17th. How is it any of you believe that this photo here was actually taken on the moon? Send this to all of your favorite globe earthers. Debunk this video.
I'll be glad to there, Professor Dunning-Kruger. All you need to do is take an actual photograph of the moon, that is 27% illuminated, and superimpose it on top of the landing sites. Then match up the features. The moon's features, you know. It's the Sea of Tranquility, the Sea of Serenity. Look at the particular spot that the landing was, and then look. On the 27% illuminated photograph, what was illuminated? Oh, dear me, Dare Ick. That spot was very well in the sunlight. You should have maybe done a little more research. But we know that the Dunning-Kruger Club members, they don't do research. They find things that confirm their bias, and then they run with it.
You love to pretend like the flat earthers don't do any research.
And we have shown very well that you don't do research.
You will never be able to explain how this photo is taken right there when that spot was supposed to be a nighttime.
The misplaced arrogance is so amazing. What is wrong with you, Derek? You didn't do any research. You're like puffing up your chest like you know stuff. You don't. It's like a child talking to somebody that knows calculus, but the kid can't even do arithmetic, and he's trying to correct him on calculus. All right, Derek. But here's the problem. It gets worse. Now, in this arrogance, this confidence, off the top of the Dunning-Kruger scale, now he really goes into the diatribe.
Do you follow? Are you able to see the deception yet? Absolute funniest thing about this proof here is many of you will deny this. You will come up with some kind of excuse for how they were able to see the sunlight. It's just what you guys do. You guys are not willing to admit the fact that NASA is lying to you. If NASA would lie about the moon landing, don't you think that maybe they would also be lying about these photos here being real?
Well, Derek, since the details of the landing site match with the lit portion of the moon, that adds credibility to the rest of the Apollo missions. Your inability to understand these things is your problem, not the rest of us.
I mean, even if you think the Earth is a globe, I just proved to you that NASA is a liar, so how is it that you continue to trust them? How is it that it's so hard for you to understand that these people are evil? That this deception has taken complete control over your mind? And if you do not wake up to this lie soon, we'll be in for a rude awakening when this gets revealed. Do your own research. For the love of God, send this video to your favorite globe earther and send them to me. I have some questions for him. Tick-tock goes the clock.
Derek says send this video to your favorite globe earther because he has questions for him. Well, absolutely. Send whoever. Me. Tell you what, I volunteer as tribute. I will be the glober that faces Dare Ick. And in fact, if you look at the opening part of his video, you'll see he has a debate challenge to people. He wants to debate people. Well, Dare Ick, this is your lucky day. I accept. So you can message me on TikTok. You'll have to unblock me first, I suppose. Or you could send me an email, mctoon@mctoon.net, and we will get this debate that you want so badly set up.